So do you also use Zoom to conduct online sessions for your business? Then this video is definitely for you. So hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect, and in this video we are going to understand how to automatically add Zoom registrants details in Google Sheets. So over here I'm running a edutech company and we use Zoom to conduct our online sessions and webinars. So now what I want is that as soon as a new registration is made in any of my session or webinar, I want to add that registration details into my Google Sheets to keep everything organized. So to do this, we're going to create a connection between Zoom and Google Sheets. To create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So do you also wish to learn this process step by step? Then let me take you to my computer screen.
Welcome to my screen. So as you know that in this video we're going to understand how to automatically add Zoom registrant details into Google Sheets. So we'll start with a real-time example. Okay, so as you can see that this is the registration form of my upcoming session, which is learn about automation and AI. So let's suppose we're going to fill in this form and do a registration right over here. And as you can see that I've successfully entered the registrant details, and now we're going to click on register. And as soon as we're going to click on registered, yes, you can see you have successfully registered. So now I'm going to open my Google Sheets right from here, and yes, you can see the registration details have been added right over here. You can see the same session topic, which is learn about automation and AI. You can see the registrant name, the email and the phone number which we entered. So yes, with this we have successfully entered the details right over here in my Google Sheets. But you must be wondering that how did I did this, right? Because Zoom doesn't provide any native connection with Google Sheets. So in order to connect both of these applications, I used Pabbly Connect. And in order to start with this automation, I've already opened the landing page of Pabbly simply by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy. So as soon as we're going to open the landing page of Pabbly, we're going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you're a new user, you can click on sign up for free and you're going to get 100 of dollars free every month. But I'm an existing user, so I'm going to click on sign in right over here. And as soon as I'm going to click on sign in, it is opening all Pabbly apps. Over here, you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video, we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications, right? Which is Zoom and Google Sheets. So I'm going to click on access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connect account. And as soon as you're going to click on access now, it is opening my dashboard. And to start with this automation, we're going to click on this button which says create workflow. And now it is asking me the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So we're here on my dashboard, you can see multiple folders which I've previously created, okay, in which I can save my workflows. So I'm going to select one folder from this only which says automations. And if you wish to learn how to create a new folder or subfolder, you can click on this hyperlink given right over here which says learn more. And now it is asking me for the workflow name. So I want the workflow name to be how to automatically add Zoom registrant details into Google Sheets. Zoom to Google Sheets, and then we're going to click on create. And as we're going to click on create right over here, it is opening the most important window for automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the trigger is the commander for the workflow and actions follow the commands. And as you know that we can have only a single commander but multiple followers. So over here we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger. And by this you can finally understand that the actions are response towards the commands given by our trigger. And in order to start with our automation, we have to select our trigger application. So for my trigger application, I'm going to select it as Zoom. So I'm going to search for Zoom right over here, and as you can see the same, so we're going to select it. And now it is asking me for the trigger event. So basically trigger event is the event on which the workflow will start. So over here I'm going to select my trigger event as configure webhook. So I'm going to select it, and as I was going to select the trigger event, over here you can see a button appeared which says connect. So I'm going to click on this connect right over here, and now it is asking me to add a new connection or select the existing connection. So if you have already connected your Zoom account with your Pabbly's workflow, you can click on select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and now it is asking me for the token. So you must be wondering from where we're going to get this token, right? So over here you can see there are multiple steps given right over here in order to get this token. So yes, we're going to follow all of these steps and get this token. But if you want to watch a detailed tutorial video on how to get this token, you can click on this hyperlink given right over here and watch that video. So here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow all of these steps one by one and get the token. So it is saying log into your Zoom account, navigate to the left sidebar, admin, advanced, and then app marketplace. So yes, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to open my Zoom account right from here, and now from the left side of the bar, we are going to move on towards the admin and then advanced. You can see the same. So we're going to move on towards over here, and now we have to go on app app marketplace, right? So we are going to go on this app marketplace. And after coming right over here, we have to go on this develop, and then we have to go on build app. And as soon as we're going to go on build app, we have to select this general app and click on create. And as soon as we're going to click on create, yes, you can see app has been created. Over here, you can see the name of the app. So I'm going to rename this right from here. Like suppose that we're going to keep it as integration with Google Sheets. So now after entering the app name, I'm going to move on forward right over here. Yes, you can see that we have successfully updated the app name. And after entering the app name, we're going to scroll right over here, and it is saying auth information, and over here it is saying auth redirect URL. So over here we have to enter a URL which is https://connect.pabbly.com/callback-URL. So you're going to get this URL in the description box. You can copy it right from there and paste it right over here. And as soon as we're going to enter the URL right over here, you can see that it's automatically entered right over here too. So now we're going to move on forward and click on continue right over here. And as soon as we're going to click on continue, you can see that we have successfully received a secret token. You can see token, or you can see the secret token. So I'm going to copy this secret token right from here, and then we're going to paste it right over here in our workflow. And after pasting this token, we're going to click on save. And as soon as we're going to click on save right over here, yes, you can see authorization successful. We have successfully connected our Zoom account with our Pabbly's workflow. Over here, it has now given me a webbook URL. So what we're going to do is first we're going to copy this webbook URL right from here, and again we're going to open our app marketplace. And over here you can see that event subscription has appeared right over here under the secret and verification token. So as you can see that this is switch off right from here, so I'm going to switch it on. And as soon as I'm going to switch it on, it is saying add new event subscription. So we're going to click on this add new event subscription right from here, and we're going to scroll again, and now it is asking me for the subscription name. So as you can see that this is not the required field, so I'm going to leave it as blank. It is saying events. So okay, I'm going to enter the event right over here, so I'm going to click on add events. We're going to select meeting, and then we're going to look for registrations right over here. So as you can see, meeting registration has been created. So I'm going to select this as my event because I want that my workflow should be triggered as soon as the new registration has been created for a meeting. Okay, so I've selected this, and then we're going to click on done right over here. And as soon as we're going to click on done, it is saying event notification endpoint URL. So yes, we're going to paste the URL which we copied from our workflow right over here, which is event notification endpoint URL. So now after pasting this URL, we are going to click on save. And as soon as we're going to click on save, yes, you can see new webbook event 1 subscription. We have successfully added this. So yes, now after doing this, we're going to click on continue right over here, and now we don't have to do again something else. We're just going to click on continue right over here till our apps get created. And yes, you can see that with this we have successfully created a app. And now after creating this app, we have to add this app in our Zoom account. Okay, for that we are going to click on this button which says add app now. So I'm going to click on this button right over here, and as soon as we're going to click on this add app, you can see that over here it is asking me for some permission. So I'm going to click on allow and give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for, because my data is secure with Pabbly. So yes, I'm going to click on allow right over here, and as soon as I'm going to click on allow, yes, you can see that we're going to get the option of remove app right over here. And as soon as we're going to get this option, with this we have successfully created this app and added this app into our Zoom account. And with this we have successfully completed our connection between Zoom and Pabbly. And now it is saying waiting for a webbook response. So what we're going to do is, in order to capture this response, we're going to do a test submission and create a demo registrant. Okay, so I'm going to open my Zoom account right from here. We are going to go on meetings again, and we're going to look for the session which we conducted, right? So I'm going to go on meetings right from here, and as you can see over here are all the meetings. Okay, so as you can see, learn about automation and AI. So I'm going to click on this right over here, and we're going to get the registration link. So as you can see, the same. So I'm going to copy this, and then we're going to open this in a new tab. So as you can see that I've successfully opened it, and once again we're going to do the test submission. So this time for the first name, I'm going to keep it as demo, last name as user only, email as demo@pabblytunes.com. So I'm going to enter it. It is saying mobile number, so for the mobile number I'm going to keep it as this time. And after entering all of these details, we are going to click on register. And as soon as we're going to click on register right over here, yes, you can see you have successfully registered. So yes, with this we have successfully submitted a new registration, and with this we have successfully registered as demo user. Okay, so now what has happened is that Zoom has sent the details of our test submission to our workflow. So I'm going to open my workflow and check that if Pabbly has captured the response or not. So I'm going to open my workflow, and we're going to wait for a few seconds. And yes, you can see that we have now successfully received a response right over here. You can see all the details which we entered in our test submission. You can see the topic which is learn about automation and AI. You can see the start time we are going to move on forward. You can see the last name. You can see the first name which we entered. You can see the email and the phone number which we entered. So yes, now upon receiving these details with this, we have successfully completed our trigger step. And now what will happen is that as soon as a new registration is made in my Zoom account for any meeting, automatically Pabbly is going to capture the response for the same and trigger this workflow. So now further what I want is I want to add that details into my Google Sheets, right? Like this. So for that, I'm going to select my action application as Google Sheets. So I'm going to look for Google Sheets right over here. And as you can see, Google Sheets, so we're going to select it. And as soon as I'm going to select the action application, it is asking me for the action event. So for the action event, we are going to select it as add new row. And then we're going to click on connect. And as soon as we're going to click on connect, it is asking me to add a new connection and select the existing connection once again. So if you have already connected your Google Sheets account, you can click on select existing connection. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and we have to click on this button which says sign in with Google. And as soon as I'm going to click on sign in with Google, it is going to ask me to select my Gmail account. And after selecting my Gmail account, over here it is asking me for some permissions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on allow and give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for, because my data is secure with Pabbly. You can also click on allow Pabbly, save, and as soon as you're going to click on allow, yes, you can see authorization successful. With this, we have successfully connected our Google Sheets account with our Pabbly's workflow. And now it is asking me for the spreadsheet in which I want to add the details. So as you can see, the name of my spreadsheet is registrant details, right? So I'm going to select the same right over here, which is registrant details. And after selecting my spreadsheet, it is going to ask me to select the sheet. So here you can see that in my spreadsheet, I have only a single sheet. So I'm going to select the same only. And now it is asking me for the session topic, registrant name, email address, and phone number. So yes, you can notice that these are the same details which we have entered right over here in the columns of the Google Sheets, right? So we are going to enter these details one by one, but we're not going to enter it manually, but instead we're going to map it. So you must be wondering what is mapping, right? So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And over here you can see our previous step was the trigger step where we selected Zoom as our trigger application. So we're going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only. And as soon as we're going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example that it is asking for the session topic, right? So let's suppose we're going to enter the session topic right over here like this by typing it manually. Then this will not change with every new response received because this is a static information and I've entered it manually. But if you're going to map this from the previous response, suppose I'm going to put my response and as you can see the session topic. So let's suppose we're going to map this from the previous response, then this will definitely change because my previous response will also change. So that's why we do mapping right over here to run our workflow in real time. And now it is asking for the registrant name. So we're going to map this to, I'm going to look for name in the previous response. And as you can see, first name demo, so we're going to map it, put a space, and then we're going to map the user. We're going to move on forward. It is saying email address. So yes, we're going to map the email address. Also, I'm going to look for email address, and as you can see, demo@pabblytudes.com. So we're going to map it. And now it is asking for the phone number. So yes, I'm going to look for the number of my registrant, and as you can see, the same. So we're going to map it. And after mapping all of these details, we are going to click on save and send test request. And as soon as you're going to click on save and send test request, yes, you can see that we have successfully received a positive response that we have added the details in our Google Sheets. So yes, now with this, what has happened is that we have added the details in Google Sheets. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to open my Google Sheets and check for the details added. So I'm going to open my Google Sheets, and yes, you can see the details have been added. You can see the same session topic, you can see the same registrant name, email address, and the phone number. So yes, now upon adding these details with this, we have successfully completed our workflow. But I'll just test this workflow once, and this time I'm going to give you a real-time example. So I'm going to open this registration link and we're going to do the test submission with the new details, okay? So yes, you can see that this is the registration link, and now I'm going to do the test submission with the new details. So the first name, let's suppose that I'm going to keep it as smart, last name as user, email as user@pabblytudes.com, and then for the phone number, let's suppose that we're going to keep it as this. And after entering all of these details, we're going to click on register, and as soon as we're going to click on register, yes, you can see you have successfully registered. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our registration, and with this, Zoom has sent the details of our test submission to our workflow. Pabbly captured the response, triggered the workflow, and added the details into our Google Sheets. So what we're going to do is I'm going to open my Google Sheets and check for the new details added. And this time we are not going back to our workflow and clicking on save and send test request. I'll directly open my Google Sheets right from here, and yes, you can see new details added. You can see the session topic, you can see the registrant name, you can see the email address and the phone number which we entered. So yes, now after adding these details, with this we have successfully completed our workflow. And with this, I'll just summarize this workflow for you once. So for the trigger application, we selected Zoom, and then for the trigger event, we selected configure webhook. For the action application, we selected Google Sheets, and then for the action event, we selected add new row, because I wanted that as soon as a new registration is received in my Zoom session or any webinar, then automatically the details should be added in my Google Sheets. So yes, this record includes each participant name, email and the session topic, making it easy for our team to monitor the attendance and provide the follow-ups and share the session resources after each event. This setup keeps our registrant organized, allows us to personalize communication and ensure that every participant get the most out of our educational offerings. So yes, this was it for the video, and if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just clone this workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you for watching.
So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can integrate many more applications. So if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.